Imagine holding a small, ordinary nickel in your hand. Now, what if I told you that one of these seemingly everyday coins could be worth a jaw-dropping $9 million? Yes, you heard that right. One lucky find could change your life forever. And the best part? You might already have one sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a jar at home. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious world of the 2006 Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson Nickel, revealing what makes it so valuable and how you could strike it rich. Before you brush this off as another coin story, consider this: rare and valuable coins have made millionaires overnight. And this particular nickel? It's no exception. But why is a 2006 nickel, something so recent, commanding such an astronomical price? The answer lies in a unique combination of minting errors, rarity, and demand from collectors willing to pay millions for a single coin. To understand the value, we must first go back to 2006. It was a year when the United States Mint introduced a striking redesign to the Jefferson nickel. This new design featured a bold and modern depiction of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and a detailed rendering of Monticello on the reverse. But not all nickels produced that year were created equal. Hidden among the millions of ordinary nickels were a small number of error coins that collectors would give anything to own. One of the most sought-after errors is known as a double die strike. Imagine the design being stamped not once, but twice, resulting in a doubled image that's visible to the naked eye. This type of error is like winning the lottery in the coin world. If you spot distinct doubling on the word Monticello or the phrase 5 cents, you might be sitting on a gold mine. And here's a crazy thought: how many of us have casually spent one of these nickels without realizing its true value? But that's not the only error to watch for. Another rare variant includes nickels struck on the wrong planchet. In simple terms, this means the coin was accidentally minted on a blank meant for a different denomination, giving it a unique weight and appearance. These mistakes aren't just flukes, they are opportunities, and they can skyrocket the value of your nickel to millions. Now, here's the million-dollar question: how do you know if your 2006 Jefferson nickel is one of these prized rarities? Start by grabbing a magnifying glass and inspecting the details. Pay special attention to the lettering and the Monticello building. If you notice doubling, irregularities, or anything that seems off, you could be looking at a hidden fortune. And don't underestimate the power of professional grading. Getting your coin authenticated by organizations like PCGS or NGC can be the difference between a modest payday and life-changing wealth. Imagine the feeling of walking into a coin auction and watching the bid skyrocket as collectors battle for the coin you found in your spare change. The record-breaking sale of a 2006 Monticello Jefferson nickel reached an eye-watering $9 million, proving that these valuable coins are no myth. They are a reality. And even if your nickel isn't a multi-million-dollar jackpot, many of these error coins still fetch thousands, even tens of thousands, on the open market. And here's where it gets even more interesting. With rising interest in numismatics and collectors hunting for the next big find, the value of these rare coins is only going up. So, every time you receive a nickel in your change, remember that you could be holding a small piece of history, a piece worth millions. The key is knowing what to look for and taking action when you find it. So, what's stopping you from checking your spare change right now? That simple habit could unlock the kind of wealth most people only dream about. And if you're wondering what other coins might be hiding massive value, stay tuned because we're just getting started. In our next video, we'll reveal another modern coin worth a fortune, one that might already be in your home. Don't miss it. Your next big discovery could be just a coin away. Feels ordinary, right? But what if I told you that a rare 2007 Monticello Jefferson nickel could be hiding in your pocket, and it's worth up to $8.7 million? That's not just spare change. That's life-changing money. And today, you're going to find out exactly how to spot one of these rare treasures and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. Now, before you rush to check your couch cushions, here's what makes the 2007 Monticello Jefferson Nickels so special. In the world of coin collecting, tiny details make all the difference between a coin worth 5 cents and a coin worth millions. And this nickel? It has a hidden flaw that turns it into a jackpot, but let's step back for a second. How did a simple nickel become so valuable? It all starts with a mistake. In 2007, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Jefferson Nickels, but a few had a critical error. This error, known as a misstrike or double die, caused overlapping designs that are barely visible to the untrained eye. Imagine missing out on millions just because you didn't know what to look for. Scary thought, right? And here's the kicker: most people never check their change. They unknowingly spend these rare nickels on coffee or groceries, letting small fortunes slip right through their fingers. Could you be one of them? It's enough to make you want to dump out your coin jar right now. So, how can you tell if you have the $8.7 million nickel? Let me break it down. First, flip the coin over and examine Monticello, that's the grand building on the back. Look closely for any doubling in the letters or unusual marks around the structure. Pay extra attention to the word Monticello and 5 cents. If you see anything out of the ordinary, you might be sitting on a gold mine, and don't worry, you don't need a magnifying glass the size of a telescope. A simple jeweler's loupe or even your phone's camera zoom will do the trick. Because here's the truth: the biggest treasures often hide in plain sight. You just have to know where to look. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay millions for a flawed nickel? It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But here's the thing: in the collector's world, mistakes aren't defects. They're rare pieces of history. And the rarer the error, the higher the value. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a story. And the 2007 Monticello Jefferson nickel tells one of the rarest stories of all. But wait, there's more. Not every rare nickel is worth millions, but even the less dramatic errors can fetch thousands. Imagine paying off debts, taking that dream vacation, or even retiring early, all from a coin most people overlook. The question is, will you be the one to cash in? And here's something most people don't realize. If you do find a potential jackpot coin, don't just sell it to the first person who offers you cash. Some rare coins, when professionally graded and authenticated, skyrocket in value. One small step could be the difference between a nice payday and millions in your bank account. So, what should you do next? Simple. Go through your nickels. Check every 2007 Monticello Jefferson nickel you find. And if you spot anything unusual, get it inspected by a professional coin grading service. Because here's the truth: while others sleep on their fortune, you could be the one who cashes in big. And here's the real question you need to ask yourself. What if your $1 million nickel is already sitting in your pocket, just waiting to be discovered? Would you let it slip away? Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Start searching, because that life-changing coin could be yours. And trust me, you don't want to be the person who finds out too late. Because when it comes to rare coins, timing is everything. Only to discover it's worth up to $8.5 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, you might just realize that one tiny coin hiding in your drawer could be your ticket to a fortune. What if I told you that a rare version of the 2008 Monticello Jefferson nickel has collectors scrambling to pay life-changing amounts of money? This isn't just a collector's dream, it's a reality. And if you have one of these rare nickels, you could be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. but here's the catch: most people have no idea what makes these coins so valuable. And by the time they find out, it's too late. So, if you want to avoid the costly mistake of tossing away a small fortune, keep watching because we're diving deep into the secrets of the 2008 Monticello Jefferson nickel. Now, let's talk about what makes this nickel so special. Not all 2008 nickels are created equal. What sets these high-value nickels apart are rare minting errors and unique characteristics that most people overlook. For example, there are reports of nickels with double dies, a rare mistake where the design is stamped twice, causing subtle but valuable imperfections. These errors make collectors lose their minds and open their wallets, and here's where things get serious. One confirmed sale of a 2008 Monticello Jefferson nickel with an extreme doubling error fetched a jaw-dropping $8.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. $8.5 million for a 5-cent coin. Imagine the possibilities if one of these is sitting unnoticed in your coin jar right now. But wait, how do you know if you have a valuable one? Here are the key signs to check for. First, examine the word Monticello on the reverse side. If you notice any doubling or distortion in the lettering, that's a major red flag that you've got something special. Next, pay attention to the D mint mark, located just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Rare varieties may show unusual placements or imperfections in this mark, and don't just rely on the naked eye. A simple magnifying glass can reveal secrets invisible to casual observation. Miss this step, and you could be leaving millions of dollars on the table without even realizing it. Now, here's a wild thought: when was the last time you checked your change? Because these valuable nickels aren't locked away in museums or private collections. They're still out there, hiding in everyday circulation. One lucky collector found theirs while cleaning out an old drawer. Imagine cleaning out your house and stumbling upon a small fortune, still not convinced it could happen to you? Consider this: there are only a handful of these rare error nickels known to exist. And every day, their value climbs higher as collectors scramble to find the next big jackpot. The window of opportunity is closing fast. The longer you wait to check your coins, the more likely someone else cashes in while you miss out. And here's a crucial tip: if you find a coin with any of these rare characteristics, don't make the mistake of selling it to just any dealer. Specialized auction houses can bring you the highest possible payout. There are collectors willing to pay a premium price, but only if your coin is verified and graded by a trusted authority like PCGS or NGC. Without proper authentication, you might as well be giving away your fortune. By the way, did you know that in 2021 alone, rare nickels like these increased in value by over 300%? That means today, your coin could be worth even more than you realize. And with inflation driving up the demand for tangible assets like rare coins, the value of these treasures could keep climbing. So, what are you waiting for? Take a few minutes today to check your coins. That ordinary-looking 2008 Monticello Jefferson nickel in your possession could be the key to transforming your life forever. But remember, opportunities like this don't last forever. While you're sitting on the fence, someone else might be cashing in. If you found this information valuable, imagine what else might be hiding in your coin collection. Make sure you stay tuned, because up next, we reveal even more rare coins that could be worth millions, and you won't want to miss it. Your fortune could be just one coin away. It could be worth up to $1.5 million. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the shocking truth about the 2021 mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that has collectors across the nation in a frenzy. If you think this is just another nickel, you might be sitting on a life-changing fortune without even realizing it. Now, before you toss that loose change aside, let me ask you this. What if that ordinary-looking nickel in your drawer could be your golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle? Because for a few lucky individuals, that dream has become a reality. The 2021 D Mint Mark Monticello Jefferson nickel might seem like any other coin, but there's something extraordinary lurking beneath its surface. And if you know what to look for, you could be holding a hidden treasure. But here's the catch: not all 2021 D nickels are created equal. Only a rare few possess the unique errors and minting anomalies that make them worth a staggering $1.5 million. And if you miss these signs, well, you could be unknowingly giving away a fortune. So, what makes this nickel so special? Let's start with the D Mint mark. This tiny letter, located just to the right of Monticello, signifies that the coin was minted in Denver. But it's not just the location that makes this coin valuable, it's the mistakes that happened during the minting process. Yes, mistakes. Sometimes, those factory slip-ups create the most valuable collectibles in the world. And when it comes to the 2021 D Jefferson nickel, those mistakes are turning everyday pocket change into life-changing windfalls. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse. This means the front side of the coin shows slight but unmistakable doubling on Jefferson's face or the inscriptions. This error happens when the die strikes the coin more than once, leaving behind a ghost-like image. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for nickels with clear, dramatic doubling. Imagine finding one of these, sending it to auction, and watching the bidding war climb higher and higher, all because of a minor factory blunder. Another key error: misaligned or off-center strikes. Picture a nickel where part of the design is cut off because the coin wasn't properly centered during the minting process. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. Some of these errors can easily push your nickel's worth from a mere 5 cents to 5 figures or more, but here's where things get really exciting. There are unconfirmed reports of a mysterious, ultra-rare variation of the 2021 D nickel. Experts believe a small batch may have been struck with an experimental finish, giving the coin a slightly different texture and luster. If you come across a nickel that looks and feels unusual, don't ignore it. This could be the key to unlocking $1 million payday. And yes, these coins do exist, but only a handful have ever been discovered. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if your nickel is worth a fortune? First, grab a magnifying glass. Check Jefferson's portrait closely for any signs of doubling. Look at the lettering and the date. Even the smallest irregularity could mean big money. Next, examine the edges and the overall alignment of the design. If anything seems off, you could be sitting on a goldmine. And here's a crucial step that most people overlook: get your coin professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your nickel, dramatically increasing its value. Without professional verification, you might never know just how much your coin is truly worth. And trust me, in this market, a certified rare nickel can fetch jaw-dropping prices. But don't wait too long. The rare coin market is hotter than ever, and demand for error nickels is skyrocketing. Every day, more collectors are scouring their change in hopes of striking it rich. If you have a rare 2021 D nickel, the time to act is now. Because the longer you wait, the greater the risk that someone else cashes in on this hidden treasure while your fortune sits undiscovered. And here's the kicker: there are still undiscovered error nickels out there, hiding in plain sight. Could one of them be sitting in your pocket right now? The only way to know is to start looking. Because the next time you reach for a nickel, it might just be the key to your financial freedom. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change. Your $1 million nickel could be waiting for you. And if you want to stay ahead of the game and uncover more hidden treasures, make sure to subscribe and keep watching. Because the next rare coin jackpot could be yours. What if I told you the 2022 Monticello Jefferson nickel could turn an ordinary pocket change into a life-changing fortune? Yes, that small nickel sitting unnoticed in your drawer could be your golden ticket to wealth beyond your imagination. Most people ignore nickels. After all, it's just 5 cents. But hidden among millions of ordinary coins lies a rare treasure, a special 2022 Jefferson nickel so valuable that collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping prices. And if you're lucky enough to find one, your financial future could change overnight. But here's the catch: not all 2022 Jefferson nickels are created equal. Only a handful have the unique characteristics that make them worth a fortune. So, how do you know if you're holding a $1 million coin? Pay close attention, because I'm about to reveal the exact markers that separate an ordinary nickel from a life-altering jackpot. First, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. In 2022, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels. But within this massive production run, rare errors and anomalies slip through the cracks, and collectors will pay a premium for these mistakes. From dramatic die breaks to off-center strikes and even full steps on Monticello's image, these errors can transform a common nickel into a millionaire's prize. One of the most sought-after errors is the full steps designation. Picture this: the Monticello building on the back of your nickel. If you can clearly see 5 or 6 full steps without breaks, you might be holding a goldmine. Why? Because these perfectly struck details are incredibly rare, and collectors will stop at nothing to get their hands on them. And here's where it gets exciting: in recent auctions, 2022 Jefferson nickels with full steps have fetched mind-blowing prices. Some of these rare specimens have commanded upwards of $10,000, even $50,000. But wait, it gets better. Under the right conditions, if your nickel holds an extraordinary error or is in flawless condition, experts predict its value could soar to a staggering $1 million. Imagine the possibilities. Now, before you start digging through your spare change, you need to know the signs to look for. And no, simply having a 2022 nickel isn't enough. You need to examine every detail closely. Look for unusual minting errors, double dies, misstrikes, or off-center designs. Even tiny imperfections can mean the difference between 5 cents and 5 figures. Still think it's too good to be true? Here's a reality check. Just last year, an ordinary coin collector stumbled across a rare nickel while sorting through a jar of spare change. That one coin. It sold for over $75,000 at auction. Now, imagine if they had overlooked it. That's like tossing a luxury car right into the trash. So, what if you find one of these rare gems? First, do not spend it. Keep it safe and immediately have it appraised by a certified numismatist. These professionals can verify the authenticity and grade your coin, and that grading is what can elevate your nickel from a few bucks to a life-altering windfall. And here's a tip: timing is everything. With collectors on the hunt and competition rising, the market for rare Jefferson nickels is hotter than ever. Every day you wait is a missed opportunity to cash in on a potential fortune. But I get it, finding a rare nickel feels like finding a needle in a haystack. So, here's a question for you: are you going to let your chance at financial freedom slip through your fingers? Or are you willing to take action, search your coins, and claim your share of this hidden wealth? Because the truth is, million-dollar opportunities don't wait. And the next rare nickel? It could be sitting in your pocket right now. So, start looking. Your fortune might be closer than you think.